You know, I really hate this website. But today we will be playing the Hunger Games Creepypasta edition. And since I'm a nerd, half of these are Pokepastas. From District 1, we have Steven and Mike, who are alive in this alternate universe. We have Gray and Shinto because why the heck not? District 3, we have Lord X and Hypno because I'm over here in the Pasta Night vibes. District 4, we have the good old bees. We have the good old beings. We got Ben and Jeff. District 5, we got two of them brothers, them trendy peoples and them slendy peoples. We got Jason and Candy Pop. Yay, even though those are some of the more underrated, so I wouldn't judge you if you didn't know who they were. We got Splendor and Offender, everyone's least favorite. We got Granny and Smile. Of course, we had to put the cat and the dog in the same district. We got Nurse Anne and Dr. Smiley. I just thought it was a good pair to put from the same district. We got Tim and Brian. Even though they're not creepypastas, they're from... Okay, they're not from the creepypasta fandom. They're from Marble Hornets. They're not creepypastas. I want you guys to understand this now. Tim and Brian are not creepypastas. And we got... I don't know how to pronounce that in Lost Silver. And we got BP and Puppeteer homies. But we will proceed, because I'm losing track of time. It's been not that long. As a tribute, stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Trender takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. BP runs away from the cornucopia. Grace stashes a bottle of alcohol in a rag. Bro, you don't even drink. What's wrong with these people? Nurse Anne runs away from the cornucopia. I don't know how to pronounce that. Runs away from the cornucopia. Slender and Steven run away from the cornucopia. Hypno grabs Hypno grabs backpack, not realizing it's empty. Offender clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Splendor, Granny, and Dr. Smiley start fighting, but Granny runs away as Splendor kills Dr. Smiley. Splendor! No! Why would you do that? That's not something you would do. Why? Just why? Jeff retrieves a trident from inside the cornucopia. Mike runs away from the cornucopia. Hoodie and Masky fight for a bag. Hoodie gives up and retreats. Smile runs away from the cornucopia. Benny Boy finds a bag full of explosives. I feel like that's something Ben would do. Lord X runs away from the cornucopia. Wouldn't he levitate, though? You know, never mind. Lost Silver and Jason fight for a bag. Lost Silver gives up and retreats. Puppeteer breaks Shinto's nose for a basket of bread. Poor Shinto. Puppeteer. Yo, the recording cut, bro. Yo, Puppeteer, I thought you were a depressed kid. You can't just break Shinto's nose like that, yo. Candy Pop takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. Proceed. Day 1. Mike is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Masky, Jeff, Offender, and Steven raid... I don't know how to pronounce that's camp while he's hunting. Oh, by the way, I didn't know like, some of the characters, I didn't know if they were non-binary or not, so I just put the question mark, and apparently this website forces you to put their gender. So, I mean, no theys or thems allowed, I guess. Splendor hunts for other tributes. Lord X and Shinto hunt for other tributes. Yeah, they would do that. They're like, hey, I saw you at pasta night. Let's be friends. Benny Boy collects fruit from a tree. Trender stalks Slender. I feel like they would both know that they're there. Facts. Candy Pop begs Hypno to kill him. He refuses, keeping Candy Pop alive. Damn, Candy Pop just wants to end it all. Puppeteer overhears smiling Gray talking in the distance. Nurse Ann sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. It's Peril. It's Peril from Wings of Fire. Peril is burning in the distance. Peril from Wings of Fire is burning in the distance. Jason questions his sanity. BP discovers a river. Lost Silver defeats Grinny in a fight but spares his life. That's something LS would do. Hoodie dies from hunger. I thought you were a survivalist. What is wrong with you people? R.I.P. Dr. Smiley, R.I.P. Hoodie. Proceed. Jason is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Offender and Gray talk about the tribute still alive. Gray, don't talk to Offender, bro. Benny Boy tries to sing himself to sleep. Hypno destroys Nurse Ann's supplies while she is asleep. Well, that's mean, but that's something Hypno would do. Mike catches Slender off guard and kills him. Mike did the impossible. Mike did the impossible. Wow. Hey, why don't you go kill your brother next? Lord X strangles Puppeteer with a rope. This is intense. Then again, that's something Lord X would do. BP defeats Masky in a fight but spares his life. Yeah, Bloody Painter would do that because Masky cannot. Masky. Not. Fanonically. Yes, I'm using fanon here. Fanonically is one of Slender's proxies, so I mean, you can't really. You're not supposed to kill the boy. Lost Silver tries to treat his infection. Steven, Shinto, Candy Pop, Jeff, and Trender sleep in shifts. Smile loses sight of where he is. Splendor looks in the night sky. I don't know how to pronounce that. Tries to sing himself to sleep. Grinny looks at the night sky. Offender decapitates Splendor with a sword. Why do the brothers just hate each other now? Wow. Shinto tries to sleep through the entire day. Yeah, she would do that. She would definitely do that. Steven bashes Trender's head against a rock several times. Alright, Steven, I forgive you. You would do that. Bloody Painter receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Hypno falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Hey, now we have two Bens. Grinny revives with... What? Grinny receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Nurse Ann makes a wooden spear. Betty Boy collects fruit from a tree. Smile, Jess... Jess. Smile, Jeff, Lost Silver, Gray, and hunt for other tributes. Lord X thinks about home. You have no home. You are Lord X. You have no home. Candy Pop hunts for other tributes. Mike diverts Masky's attention and runs away. Jason receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. You know, I should have put Hobo Heart in this. I should have. And I could have. But I didn't think about it. BP thinks about home. Grinny and Candy Pop sleep in shifts. Mike screams for help. Jeff! Jeff! Help me! Ben! Help me! Help me! Steven's trying to kill me again. Gosh. Dark humor. Well, no, that's not really dark humor. You want to hear some dark humor? People gave a gun to a blind man and told him it was a hairdryer. I gave a lamp to a depressed kid and said, lighten up. That's it for now. That's it. I don't want to ruin people's days. It's 1:22 a.m. Lord X begs for Jeff to kill him. He refuses, keeping Lord X alive. Well, that's not very Jeff of you, Jeff. You should have killed Lord X. Well, he really can't. Lord X is 10 times stronger than Jeffrey. Offender and Masky run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Shanto receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Jason is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Kills Lost Silver with his own weapon. I thought you guys were friends. Strange. I think I know who the culprit of this crime is. It's the guy who said I just wanted to evolve. Gray receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Steven lets Benny Boy into his shelter. Why, though? Nurse Ann tries to sing herself to sleep. Smile starts a fire. Proceed. Lord X, Jason Smile, BP, and Steven hunt for other tributes. Jeff, Chantel, Mike, Grinny raid Masky's camp while he is hunting. Nurse Ann collects fruit from a tree. Benny Boy receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Offender hunts for other tributes. Questions his sanity. Gray sets an explosive off, killing Candy Pop. I bet you Gray got the explosives from Ben. Lord X decapitates Shinto with a sword. No, Lord X would decapitate someone with his claws. BP tries to treat his infection. Masky lets Smile into his shelter. I feel like that's a Masky thing. Yeah, definitely. Steven loses sight of where he is. Gray bashes Benny Boy's head in with a mace. What the heck? Ben gave you explosives, and this is how you treat him. That's mean. Offender screams for help. Help! Help! I kept raping people, but now I'm getting raped. Help! Help! This is not a kid's channel anymore. This is my channel. Okay, I can say rape if I want to. Screams for help. Nurse Ann sees a fire but stays hidden. Mike defeats Grinny in a fight but spares his life. Jason convinces Jeff to snuggle with him. Jeff is like, no, leave me be, you demon. Runs away from Grinny. Mike and Masky track down and kill Jeff. Slender be like, yo, Masky, I'm getting tired of Jeff being a narcissist and all. Can you go kill him? Oh, yeah. Can I bring Mike with me? Yeah, sure, whatever. I don't care. Just kill Jeff. Alright, that's chill. Like, Creepypasta be like. Smile defeats Nurse Ann in a fight but spares her life. Well, how does that work? Lord X, Jason Gray, and Offender raid BP's camp while he is hunting. Steven hunts for other tributes. I feel like Steven's gonna win this. I have such a good feeling about Steven. R.I.P. Ben. I completely forgot about EJ and LJ. I hate myself now. I need to do another one of these. Granny attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. BP and Masky hold hands. LGBTQ community. E looks at the night sky. Gray tries to sing himself to sleep. Lord X unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Mike sees the fire but stays hidden. Offender defeats Steven in a fight but spares his life. Steven is poggers. Jason starts fire. Smile sets up camp for the night. Nurse Ann dies of dysentery. Well, what does that mean? I'm screenshotting that so I can use that word for later. What does that mean? Hey, at least it's not like my dad saying the sky looks depressing and me saying, well, you're basically saying it looks rather drab, aren't you? Whatever. It's winter. Masky begs BP to kill him. He reluctantly obliges killing Masky. Masky's like, I want to go home. LMAO. Lord X sets Gray on fire with a Molotov. What is that? Mike picks flowers. Searches for a water source. Granny is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Steven goes hunting. I feel like Steven is always hunting. He's always outside. Smile runs away from Offender. Yeah, you should. Offender is a furry. Jason goes hunting. R.I.P. Gray, though. BP goes to sleep. Granny tends to Lord X's wounds. You got hit, yeah? Lord X, you are better than that. Jason sleep in shifts. Mike, Smile, and Steven discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. See, Smile's just a good boy. Mike is annoying. Steven wants everyone to die and everyone pisses him off. Offender tends to his wounds. You know, if I were here, I would be able to do that. I study herbology. The cornucopia is replenished with food supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. BP kills Smile with his own weapon. So BP killed Smile with the power of depression. Granny decides not to go to the feast. Offender, Lord X, and Jason confront each other but grab what they want slowly to avoid conflict. Decides to not go. Mike decides to not go, and Steven decides to not go. See, all the underrated characters, minus Lord X, are like, hey, let's not go. I guess you could say that Jason's underrated, but I'm not talking about the one that everyone knows. I'm talking about Jason, the toy maker, the clown boy. Lord X and Mike hunt for other tributes. BP receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Jason, Steven, and Granny hunt for other tributes. He severely slices Offender with a sword. You know, is poggers. I don't know how to say that. I'm like, E-boy. Just an E-boy. Just an E-boy. Granny receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Jason sees the fire but stays hidden. Lord X looks at the night sky. Steven defeats E in a fight but spares his life. BP defeats Mike in a fight. What? What the fuck? BP defeats Mike in a fight but spares his life. Steven receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. BP, Jason, and Grinny hunt for other tributes. Eat and Lord Axe hunt for other tributes. Mike searches for firewood. Good for you, Mike. Eat cooks his food before putting his fire out. Mike sees a fire but stays hidden. Then again, it's Peril from Wings of Fire. She has fire skills. She is burning in the distance. Jason kills Lord X as he tries to run. I feel like it'd be the other way around, but okay. Steven sets up camp for the night. Grinny convinces BP to snuggle with him. Of course he does. Grinny is a cat with a terrifyingly wide smile. Of course I'd cuddle him. He's a poof ball. He's a fluffy, creepy poof ball. Of course, who would not want to snuggle with him? He's such a good boy. He convinces Mike not to kill him, but only to kill him instead. Well, R.I.P. Mike. Wow. Grinny severely injures BP and leaves him to die. Just last night you guys were cuddling. Steven begs for Jason to kill him. He refuses, keeping Steven alive. I'm like, Steven Universe. Come on. Grinny, Steven, Jason, and Eat tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Are these the only 4 people left? Steven and Jason hunt for other tributes. Eat runs away from Grinny. I feel like it's the other way around, but okay. Eat kills Grinny for his supplies. Jason and Steven receive explosives. Oh no. Eat attempts to climb a tree but falls on Jason, killing them both. Yes, I knew Steven would win. Steven is the best character in all of Creepy. Okay. Unpopular opinions, part 1. Steven is the best. And if you do not agree with me, you can go crawl down a hole and die. Poggers. This is Poggers. Well, goodbye.